there's a wild party out there. Here, someone's having a rest. Someone's mixing a cocktail. Here, the guys are making sunrise barbecue.
What I like is, as an adult, I feel like you don't get a lot of unstructured time with friends. So it just gives you like a lot of time that you have no agenda.
Well, something's wrong. Like an on-site accident or something. I've been here all night. Okay, here's dust. The famous Burning Man dust. Oh, that's awful. I don't see anything. My friends, I'm at Burning Man, finding out how it works. In the previous video, I showed you how a city of 80,000 residents emerges in the middle of the desert and exists for 1 week only. Also, I told you how I got here and how I got ready for this. You may think Burning Man is a festival for the rich, but it's not entirely true. In this video, I'll tell you more about the prices and the principles, and also prove the constant myth wrong. Let's go! It's not easy to get to Burning Man. First, you have to sign up on the website. Then you open a special page at a special time, get in line, and stay put. But even if you wait your turn, it doesn't mean you can buy a ticket. Purchase links are distributed randomly, lottery-wise. Some get them, some don't. This year, a ticket was $575. Back in April, many participants pay around $2,000 or more to live in well-equipped camps put up by other burners. For extra money, some even have power in there. On top of that, costumes, installations, and other art objects also cost money. In the end, the 1 week festival may cost up to $5,000 to $10,000. To enter Burning Man premises in your car, you also have to pay. You can live for free if you own a trailer, but most participants prefer camps. Seasoned burners believe Burning Man lets you in when you're ready for it. In fact, it's both easy and difficult to get to Burning Man. It depends on your requirements and the level of comfort you need. I don't want to spoil the magic vibes, but Burning Man will let you in if you can afford a ticket and tons of necessary things. Alright, the cart is full of the things we need. Wet tissues for washing, dry tissues for wiping, beer for having fun, cream cheese, bin bags for garbage. The main thing is down there, it's water. We'll need plenty of it. Bananas and salad, everything that can be fridge. It's the beginning of our shopping tour. Here's an interesting notice in Walmart. We will be unable to return any bikes, camping equipment, air mattresses, etc. bought between August 19th and September 2nd. Why not? Because it's Burning Man. They know all of that will get beat up in the end. And they warn the customers about not taking it back. Bike cables were displayed here. Well, they're not anymore. Okay, we're almost ready. We've got towels, slippers, water, various detergents, cups, locks, cans. I hope it's enough. We spent $350 in the store and bought the stuff we may need for a week. I actually bought food yesterday. And in general, I'd say that's a lot. A trip to Burning Man costs a lot. How much money do you need here, at least? Katya has participated in Burning Man since 2007, 15 times already. Well, at least you have to buy a ticket. For Burning Man, it's around $500 or $600 including taxes. It's essential, although some artists get free tickets and arrive to create some art. In fact, you can arrive with little money. There are free camps to live in. You can put up a tent and only pay for the trip itself and for living here. Just bring water and food. You will need just, well, it'll be a couple $1,000. From 2,000 to infinity. So is Burning Man really for the rich? You may judge for yourself. Don't forget a ticket to the USA for foreigners, visa costs, and vehicle rent. Here in Black Rock City, it's all about gift economy, meaning you don't use money in the city. Instead, you exchange things and services. You can get all you need for free, from simple dwelling to clothes and food. Here's a city of victorious communism.
Of course, thank you for stopping by. Good?
What's your camp about?
So we are organic fruits and veggies camp. So we like to supply organic fresh fruits and veggies to the playa. All of our stuff is sourced from California. It's all seasonal. And we serve fruit from 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. And I think this year we're going to have enough to serve through Sunday.
Thank you.
So you are welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
On our way, we got a delicious melon. It is yummy. Good music's playing. The vibe's amazing. It's cool. There's music and some sofas. And I wish to explore the camps and never leave them. Each camp does its best to draw attention, to draw you in and make you stay. That's awesome. But you can't plan anything at Burning Man. If you plan to stroll around, you'll get stuck at your first point. Then you'll linger on your way as everyone wants you to stay. That's a peculiar experience. It's yummy. After you finish your melon, you leave the rind on a special rack. Then dry it off here, recycle properly, and use it for fertilization. Is there a problem with more first-timers arriving each year? Last year, about half, 43%, were first-timers. They may not support the values of man. Yes, I see some of them don't even want to get involved. They want to see a show, not leaving their everyday shells. You know, Burning Man keeps struggling against them, against the camps that invite tourists who are not into anything and just want to hang out. They don't donate to the community either. The community has shut down lots of large camps that spend some millions of dollars on construction, art cars, and arrangements. They donated tons of money, like $25,000 for the participation. But they got shut down by Burning Man because it doesn't need them. It needs people like, well, people who work in the bars, clean the site, and keep the camp tidy. Kind people who are happy to meet you. I'm grateful to the organizers, as they do their best to control it. How much? You cook borscht every day, don't you? How much of it? Around 250 servings a day. 250 servings a day, yes. Here you go. Are you in for sour cream? Do you need sour cream? Yeah, sure. Let's sit over. This is for you. Nice to meet you. Enjoy your meal. When you walk around, well, I'm new and it may seem dumb, but it seems you can arrive with empty hands and one backpack. Everyone's ready to provide food, water, and fun. Everyone invites you to lie down, meditate, or take a shower. It seems you don't need to bring anything. Even, they say you should always have water at hand. I do have it at hand, of course, but I run out of it quickly, and I know someone will give me water. Someone will give me food, too, even though my fridge is full of meals, and I've got no idea where it goes now. You simply go out and get food, fun, and invitations. In the end, you accept endless invitations, just like on Christmas holidays when you're full of fun, drinks, and meals. It seems I don't need to bring anything. Are there people who arrive with a single backpack and simply sneak in the camps? Yes, absolutely. I guess it depends on the personal system of self-preservation. There are hippies who arrive empty-handed, walk around barefoot. They'll be all right here. You're right. They'll get support. But there are also responsible people who are familiar with the rules and try to follow them. And they feel danger seeing the survival guide. It's a place to survive. You'd better bring everything you need. I guess it depends on your personal life responsibility settings.
This is promising. Yeah, once that settles out and we get the foam out. Would you like something else? What would you like to try?
Can I have more?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
There it is.
The airport I've showed you earlier, it's free too. That's the only free airport in the world. We're here at Burning Man. Everything's free. If you want to try flying, you can come to the airport, put yourself on list and wait. The pilots who arrive on the planes provide free flight for Burning Man. Well, for Burning Man guests. The only thing is, you don't know when your flight is due or if it is due at all. There are many applicants and not so many pilots. We've just met these guys who came at 5:45 a.m., put themselves on the list and are still waiting at 12 p.m. Well, but it's free. You can fly on a small plane and see Burning Man from above. I'm on the list too, but I'm not sure I'll wait. They perform about 200 flights per day. Getting everything for free turned out very pleasant, but I'm here for the full immersion. Burning Man is not only about talking, but about giving. While I was getting ready for Burning Man, my friend, a seasoned burner, said, "You can arrive empty-handed and not care about your outfit. No one gives a damn. But you do that not for the others, but for yourself. You'll feel uneasy if you give nothing to the place." I was not gonna stand aside and tried working for the community. You'd think I'm a blogger, but in Black Rock City, I'm a jolly furry barman. So the trip to Burning Man is expensive, but in Black Rock City, everything comes for free, right? No. I was looking for a catch and I found it. Money is prohibited in Black Rock City. Any of your services, anything you take or give, should be free. Everything from food and drinks to plane flights, everything's free, except for one thing. They'll sell ice for money. Here's a special camp where they have ice for sale. They accept both cash and cards. It's the only place where you need money. A pack of ice is $12. An ice cube is $. You can barely survive in the desert with no ice. So people come here to buy ice and cool down their drinks in the camps. Alright, is everything free except for ice? Well, not exactly. Many people don't buy anything else. But who signed? Shall find. Say there are bathrooms and showers in the comfortable RVs. The only limit is the water tank's volume. But even if some are empty and others are full, it's fine. You can pay lots of extra money and order dirty water pumping or clean water refilling. Here, you can order toilet paper. A special guy with his special pump will arrive to take away all the stuff. This service is $80. Water refilling is $120. Here's a burner refiller who came to refill a generator and drove away. If you ran out of gas, it's fine. It's only a matter of cash. You may think the desert makes you equal, but some are even more equal. Some live in palaces, some live in huts. Let's take a look at the household. Those are burners' tents. Many camps have them. As you see, they're rather peculiar. Some look nomadic. Some are like houses. They're made of special insulating fluorescent fabric. You see, they even have ACs in the tents. There's an AC inside, and it feels pretty comfortable in there. It's not necessary to live in an RV. You could do with a tent. Money talks, even here. But in Black Rock City, you leave your privileges in your RV or your tent. No one gives a damn about your fancy outfit, and no one books a place for you or blocks the street for your bike procession. Both cheap tents and expensive RVs will be full of dust. Dust makes everyone equal and dissolves your swagger. As you know, I'm not into swagger, but into a goal to prove the bias of the festival's high cost right or wrong. I guess it's half true. To attend Burning Man, you need only a ticket and a minimum of things. The rest is up to you. For such hardcore guys, it can be tough, but rather insightful. Burners respect such attitude. On top of that, burners protect the freedom of self-expression and try to get rid of hierarchy. Is it a modern hierarchy commune? Is Burning Man a place with no restrictions? Talking about fest vibes, there's a wild party out there. Here, someone's having a rest. Someone's mixing a cocktail. Here, the guys are making sunrise barbecue. You can spend a week like a fucking Star Wars droid. I came to the camp yesterday and there were like 60 people. I found myself in the Star Wars movie. Someone's crafting something, someone's carrying a tin cup, someone's constructing an R2-D2. That was it. I guess they come here to live someone else's lives. If you're the Google CEO, you can sneak in a hole and wash someone's dick or something, you know? Or hand out joy. It's the same.
I think just all the experiences that you get, riding around, biking around, interacting with people, seeing characters everywhere, adding your character to that.
Yeah, that's true.
What I like is, as an adult, I feel like you don't get a lot of unstructured time with friends. So
Very
it just
true.
gives you like a lot of time that you have no agenda.
Sadly or fortunately, the common freedom of Burning Man is limited by its premises. Even Black Rock City has edges, or the farthest point, which is called Point 3. It's a special fence, marking the city borders. You mustn't cross it, as there's an endless desert and ranger guards preventing you from leaving. Here's a small art installation with a phone broadcasting. People paste stickers on it, and there's a poem down here. It's about Burning Man, making you feel the event better. I'm unable to do that yet at 7 a.m. Maybe it's too wise and I have to try it at night. The main restriction of Black Rock City is not its premises, but the ideology. Burning Man is based on philosophic principles. There are 10 of them: gifting, deco-modification, so-called radical inclusion, radical self-reliance, radical self-expression, communal effort, civic responsibility, leaving no trace, participation, and immediacy. The principles were coined by a Burning Man co-founder, Larry Harvey. They say in 2004, he spent several weeks in Mexico and came back to California with tables of the covenant. 9 principles of Burning Man. Yes, that's right. There were 9 of them at first. Harvey's team made fun of the quantity. They were like, why the number? Why not 10? Then Harvey thought it over and added the last principle. That was immediacy, meaning experience and participation. There are 10 principles of Burning Man. One of the main principles is gifting, meaning Burning Man is based on gift economy. It means there can be no money or money turnover. You can't buy anything, only gift or exchange. Everything is based on themed camps. A themed camp provides an opportunity to give more to the city than an individual. There are 10 principles, including radical self-expression, meaning anyone can be an artist. Anyone can. Participation in Burning Man is unconditional. You don't have to be a gallerist. You can arrive here and create art. whoever you are, with whatever background. Radical inclusion means everyone should take part to make it work. There are no observers, only participants. This is the way to intertwine the threads and let magic do its job. There are lots of rules at Burning Man. First, to stay safe, and second, to avoid conflicts with Nevada authorities. That's why I say there's official drugs prohibition and a speed limit. In Black Rock City, the speed limit is 5 miles per hour. Everyone drives pretty slowly. Still, they've just almost run over a cyclist. I could have made a viral video. They gradually developed safety rules in here. After Burning Man moved from San Francisco to the desert, it was in a kind of anarchy. People went crazy, not caring of any rules. They sped around in art cars and brought guns with them. There were no limits. When Burning Man started growing, Larry Harvey got an idea to create a set of rules. They introduced a speed limit on the playa and made the traffic safer. The speed limit is 5 miles per hour. Guns are prohibited too, but there's a notice on each ticket informing about various consequences, including fatal cases that can happen at the festival. Each participant acts at their own risk. The principles include radical civic responsibility. Civic responsibility is one of the rules that each participant must follow. What role do rangers and police play? Rangers and police, what's the difference? Well, as we're on federal land, we kind of rent it for Burning Man. The presence of federal police is obligatory. Their duty is to keep order. They make sure everyone obeys the laws of the state and the country that we are in. Rangers belong to Burning Man itself. They are volunteers who keep order. Their job is to avoid situations that can lead to calling the police. Have you ever had any police issues? I haven't, but lots of my friends went through searches upon coming to a party. Really? Yes. We're against it at Burning Man. We're at a place with radical self-expression, you know? We follow the rules and stay safe. Burning Man provides tips that help you deal with the situation. You have a right to refuse to be searched. So what do we get? All the tales about Burning Man freedom are lies? Law-abiding, open-minded Californians played it safe and over-regulated it again? In some respects, yes. Of course, most rules are purely advisory. No one will keep an eye on you. But calling laws and rules principles is not enough for establishing freedom. In comparison to other cities, Black Rock City is still a place of freedom, but also a place of roughness and severity, especially for unprepared newbies. Is it always fun at Burning Man? While riding around the playa, it feels like you're in a movie. There are cars, bikes, everyone has amazing clothes on, everyone's incredibly positive. I see a hearse driving at me. It's an old, dusty hearse. I have no idea why it's here. It's just driving in the desert at sunset. It's full of people, and they're having fun. To visit at least some of the events and parties on time, everyone rides bikes in Black Rock City. To reduce the risk of accidents, burners put various illuminants on. It makes everything look much more festive, even at daytime, but especially at night when you're almost invisible without illumination. But I'm sure that no matter how many illuminants you have on, it's not enough. So carry on plenty of lanterns, glowing ribbons, garlands, and everything you may think of, because sometimes measures don't help. Well, something's wrong, like an on-site accident or something. The police have arrived. The guy fell off his bike. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks okay. They are talking, and looking rather positive. The Rangers have arrived at once. Cyclists are not the only danger in Black Rock City. You can easily get too much booze or other stuff at the fest. I've seen that lots of times. Sadly, even at our camp. Lots of times we've had to save people or call rangers to help. We've tried to use water to bring them back to life when they clearly felt terrible. I'm neither an expert nor a doctor. I did my best to save them, but when I realized I couldn't, we had to call the rangers. They called an ambulance and handed the guy over. Last year, a woman barged into one of the huts. It was the hut of Alex, my captain, and my partner in crime. She went crazy in there, but he's a big guy. He calmed her down. We also called the rangers back then. That's what rangers do in here. There's also a Zonda camp, Zonda Project. It's for those who need a professional doctor or a therapist. If someone's gone crazy, we take them over there. You mean there's a police station and even a psychiatric ward in Black Rock City? Yes, we have hospitals, 4 of them, on 3rd, 6th, and 9th Avenues. There are large red crosses. Of course, there are lots of accidents. People get into bike accidents, run each other over, lots of injuries. I hear someone died this year. Died? I was skeptical, but not ready for that. It turned out people often get hurt or even die at Burning Man. It's not easy to say how many people have died at Burning Man. There's no official statistics. There were several cases in the media, around 10 in the last 30 years. In 2001, a man burned alive in the art installation fire. In 2003, according to media, a man was stabbed to death in a trailer. In 2011, a girl died of aneurysm right on the playa. According to other information, she died in the hospital, and it had nothing to do with the festival. In 2023, a 32-year-old man allegedly died of overdose. In 2024, a girl died on the first day of Burning Man. For now, the cause remains unknown. The number of deaths outside Black Rock City is impossible to count. Injured and poisoned burners are taken to the hospital in the nearest town of Reno. The sad cases go into its statistics. How often does something happen here? From time to time. People die? They die, yes. I remember one year, while we were burning down the main installation, a participant ran in there. Well, now we enclose the man to hold back the crowd. That year, we were not able to stop the running man. He rushed into the fire and was burned alive. It happens, you know? People get into various troubles, like falling off an art car. Responsibilities lies with those who made the art car. If someone falls off your art car, you get in trouble, don't you? Yes, well, the one who fell gets into the most trouble, as the tickets claim. But Burning Man still addresses the creator of the art car. So, my friends, here's the tough side of Burning Man. Even in idyllic Utopia, it's all about safety. Take care and watch out for yourself, especially with a severe desert villain called nature. In 2024, Burning Man becomes special, as it possibly marks the fading of the popular fest. According to BBC, for the first time in 10 years, the tickets were not sold out before the event. The tickets were first sold out in 2011. Since then, the number of participants kept growing, even though the tickets were hard to get. This year, the organizers tried to sell the last 3,000 tickets in the last minute, referring to instant purchase trends. On top of that, American media claimed some burners have sold their tickets on social media for $200 or $300 less. It seems people selling tickets outnumber those buying them. Burning Man faced its first problems during the pandemic. In 2020 and 2021, the festival was called off. In 2022, the event was back and everything seemed to go smooth, although participants grumbled at heat and dust storms. In 2023, on the 5th day of the event, 3 months of rainfall came down on the desert. Many participants literally got stuck at the festival. The roads leading to Burning Man got washed out. The participants' tents got unlivable, and most events were called off. You realize it's scorching sun and heat in a desert, but I'm not sure you realize how hot it is in Black Rock City. What if it gets too hot and you want to cool off? you can go to this amazing thing. You stand in here, hit the button.
Welcome to the coolest experience. Please step onto the platform to begin. Put your hands in the air and turn around slowly, very slowly. Keep turning slowly. Breathe in.
Yes, and it makes you wet. I love it. But you'll still need warm clothes at Burning Man. You may wonder why some have fur on and some are half naked. The thing is, some had hung out since last night and are heading home now. But some have just woken up and have little on. At daytime, the temperature in the desert can be 40+ degrees Celsius or even higher. But at night, it can drop down to 0 degrees. Those who hang out at night put on furs, as they can't survive here otherwise. It's freezing cold, especially in the early hours. Those who have just woken up see the sun that heats up the desert very fast. They can simply put a t-shirt on. I've been here all night. It's not only about the heat and cold, it's also about the dust that I've already mentioned. Plenty of dust. All right, here's the dust. The famous Burning Man dust. Those who come to Burning Man for the first time should have dust protection. It can be glasses or an ordinary balaclava. And don't forget about a respirator. I don't care much about the dust and I didn't use anything special, but you'd better protect your tech and stuff. All gadget joints should be at least taped up. If you have a camera, don't use zoom lenses. Get by with a 35mm fixed lens, and you'll be fine. The dust is coming. The dark dust. It covers up the whole city. I'm sorry, my camera. It's getting dusty. I hope you make it through the dust. Screw the camera. I hope I make it through the dust. This is how we do it. We're guided by the sounds and driving to the sound. Driving to the sound. Have you ever found yourself in the dust before? Yes, very often. In fact, we're lucky this time. Usually we don't get everyday storms. Every day? Not for long. It lasts for a couple of hours and calms down. It depends. Sometimes it lasts for a whole day, just like now, as luck would have it. It's a part of Burning Man. It's on the list. You can't attend Burning Man and stay pristine. That's right. You can't do without a nose full of dust. I have special nose plugs. Impressive, huh? That's why seasoned burners always have plenty of barrier bags at hand. Say you can put clean clothes in. Just keep in mind, everything will be covered in unwashable dust. You'd better leave expensive clothes at home. Here's what dust and dust storms are like. A dark wall coming over, and you can't see anything in it. I hope I can stay out of it. It's covering the whole city. That's awful. I don't see anything. I don't know where I'm going. I can't see anything. Holy shit, that's lame. I'm inside a sandy nightmare. Yes, my friends, bear in mind, it's not sand, but dust. It reminds me of flour. It crawls inside cars and devices, through joints and cracks. A kind of fantastic substance. Everything's covered in it. It bothers you at first and you try to avoid it, but in a few days you don't care anymore. You realize it's unavoidable. While getting ready for Burning Man, you'll hear, "See you in the dust." It means see you at Burning Man. That's plenty of dust. It's everywhere. The main problem with the dust is that you can't see anything. You can't see your way, especially on the last days, when they start dismantling camps and art installations that used to guide you. It gets more complicated. That's how I look like, fresh from the dust storm, covered in dust. And it doesn't come off easily. I was lucky with the weather. It was fine for the whole week. The storm lasted for 1 day only. At night, it looked especially peculiar. Dust! The weather is sweet. I can't see anything this night. In the dust storm, I've no idea which way to go. Those installations are constantly moving. I came back to my RV after the dust storm, looking like this. Very handsome, yes. I look great. You can tell I've hung out in the desert. When it was time to leave Black Rock City, the weather got even worse. Have you seen that? That's what Black Rock City exit looks like during dust storm. I can't see a thing, and there are no road signs. Only the taillights of the car ahead guide us. I bet there's a horror movie kid somewhere. A kid with a blank face, standing in front of the car and going, boo. Soon it will... Fuck, I knew it. I knew someone would come. Are you nuts? Psycho. Without lanterns or anything. We should have picked him up. We should have. Go pick him up and take him to a psycho ward. Fuck, that nutball just sprang out of nowhere. In front of the car. Potential burners are warded off by storms and floods. I'm glad I don't get scared easily. We'd endured tough weather for 2 years. At first, it was terribly hot, with strong dust storms. Last year, as you may know, it was raining. Yes, we literally swam in mud. Of course, it was stressful for the participants, and some of them wanted to take a break. Dust storms, accidents, the risk of burning alive, and even floods. That's what there is at Burning Man, besides crazy parties. Or maybe not. It depends on your luck and vigilance. In fact, your mood, life, and well-being are in your own hands, just like in all other world cities. Have you ever gotten stuck in a dust storm? Reply in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, post it on Reddit, and send the link to your friends via WhatsApp. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the next video. This time, I will tell you if Burning Man is really ecological, why burners don't want it to be called a music festival, and why brands are prohibited here. Don't miss out.